What's good? What's good? We out here downtown San Jose at the Skybox studio where I recorded the whole project. Homeboy dropping soon. Produced entirely by Some Okay. Um, Engineered, mixed, recorded by my brother Malcolm Lee, and mastered by the one and only Alex DeYoung. And I'm just excited to finally be able to share it with y'all. It's kind of like it's like a timepiece. The project Homeboy is like I say it's like a moment in time because it was started and inspired and written by around what was happening as the pandemic started unfolding, and we call it Homeboy because we were all kind of at home for the first time and kind of watching everything as it was unfolding. And the album's just kind of my perspective on second half of 2020, going through the summer into the winter into 2021, and now I thought I was gonna have the album out by now, but God had other plans for me, and I'm excited that it's gonna come out now, because I got some other content that I could back it up with, and I think the project is true to me and true to my experience from 2020 and 2021. So although time has passed, the truth is always the truth, and what I experienced last year is still relevant to me as I process it moving into the future, because things were happening so fast, as you guys know, and things were changing every day that we never really had time to like process what was going on. So the album for me was kind of like my therapy and my way of processing that and writing it down and recording it and kind of brainstorming with other producers and musicians and kind of talking each other through what we were experiencing. So the album starts off with the song called March, and that song, the intro, is what started the whole album. So basically, Some Okay, Sean, um, he had a beat on Instagram. I think I just hit him up off Instagram and told him like, hey, I'm writing to some stuff. Like, can you send me something? And he sent me a beat, and I had time at home, right? So I just wrote something real quick, and I recorded it, not knowing that we was gonna do an album, but I recorded it on the phone as like an Instagram, just me rapping in the garden, and it was the first time I ever really rapped like selfie rap like that, and a couple of good folks with some following or whatever on social media reposted it, and it became like the first thing that I had on the internet that got like shared kind of widely. I think it was because of the content of the lyrics was super relevant to that day and that time. Um, in April, I think it was like April 1st. I think it was April Fool's Day actually, because it's the verse where I say, call the landlord and tell her it's April Fool, or we ain't paying you, it's April Fool, like that line. So it was April 1st. So when I posted it, a bunch of people related to that because all of a sudden now there's like these rules where we didn't have to pay rent or people didn't have money for rent, and all these things were happening, in like the political landscape, right? So it was that, and then I think the beat complemented the lyrics and complemented my style, and it just caught, and it inspired some people. So I told Sean, I'm like, bro, send me some more of those and let's see what happens. And then zip file came in, and I started writing to a couple beats, and then some other beats came in, and then sooner or later it was like, bro, I think we could just turn this into a little tape, into a whole project. And in my mind, it was gonna be out in 2020, and then going into 2021, and in the winter time, last last winter was like the first time where I felt a little bit of what they call seasonal depression, and I kind of like wasn't using music to heal me. I was like kind of forcing it because I wanted to get the album done, and eventually, long story short, I just had to put it all down for a minute, and then get back to work, and staying grounded. And then 2021 came out. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna release a couple tapes this year, and as you all know, I haven't done that yet, and I was kind of beating myself up over that and going in and out of like 9 to 5 survival mode, family stuff, friend stuff, relationship, business, and all the other things other than music. That kind of took me away for a minute, but now I'm back and I'm ready to release the project right on time. And I just want to share the process with y'all.